How you guys doing? Welcome back. Today is October 17th. It's a Sunday fun day. NFL football's on today. We got the Jags playing the Miami Dolphins overseas. And oh, governor, what a crap game we have here. That probably sounds more Australian because I can't do accents. But welcome back. If you're new, Swingcast episode 160 something. I think it was 169. Nice. Last time it was 170, I think. If you are new here, welcome. We're going to talk about technical analysis today, supports, resistances, trend lines, patterns, EMA lines, volume profile, RSI, stochastic, vortex indicator, and of course, love. Hey, so some folks call me John Stonkton, some folks call me Chef Boyardee Swing, other folks call me Bruce Springsteen. My mom calls me her favorite son. If you are new, we're going to talk about all this technical analysis, 8 great picks in a row. Some you've heard of, some of you haven't. If you are brand fresh, spanking new, a new trader, hello. We have a great class for you here. 38 lessons are live. Go check it out in order if you want to. If not, whatever. But they're all there for you. After every single episode is the next one linked in the leaving page thing. So go check that out. I also have a playlist on my main page. Go check that out as well. In that main page is also a subscribe button. You might want to tickle that little fancy just a little bit. If you are enjoying my content, if you really like what I do, if you want to support what I do, the Discord link, the Patreon is also below. I have morning newsletters. I do 5 a week. We talk about all the indexes, all the sectors, all the futures that I like to talk about. We also discuss in the afternoons these plays early. I'm gonna give you all the price targets, all the things I want to see, entries, all the different types of indicators that I use. You want the in-depth readable version of this episode, it's on the Discord as well. We also have some great option stuff. We have an alert system coming, which I think you're really gonna enjoy as well. And again, it's all locked in, ready to go. Go check it out. If you want a free trial, add me on Discord, description box down below. If you want to have extra plays, I think most of Thursday's plays are actually still very viable. Here's the old episode. Check those out as well. I don't expect you to watch the whole thing, but in the chapter notes, you can click around and find new plays. If you hate descending wedges, don't watch the descending wedge play. Go to the next one. I don't care. I'm not gonna be offended that you skip around. Use your time wisely. I'm here to save you time, so use your time wisely. Lastly, in the description box is the journal that I have. All my calls are public. I don't lie. I go off of my newsletter, my price targets, some entries, and all that kind of stuff, my stop losses. All the journal calls are from there. So go check that out as well. You want to see what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, what I'm prefacing. It's all there publicly, so you can see what I'm doing actually works. With that being said, 8 great plays today, y'all. Let's just get right into it. So first is EVC, as my cat hits the keyboard. It's a good kitty though. EVC, we have a great ascending triangle. If you're new to my charting, our supports are white, our resistances are orange. Our trend lines that support are going to be golden. Our resistance trend lines are going to be orange and dotted, like the resistance. When it comes to our volume profile indicator, these 2 lines is where 70% of the volume happens everywhere in here. This is the POC. It is gravitational and the strongest support and resistance on most charts. I don't have time now because it's Sunday football. And again, a wise man once told me, you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. Right, so I don't have time to discuss a 45-minute volume profile in depth here. But go right here. I have a 35-minute lesson. You may enjoy it a lot. Trust me, it's a tool you'll love to have. When it comes to EVC, it's a great ascending triangle. And look, this is why I love ascending triangles. Bulls decided $4 was fair. And then they decided $4.50 was fair. And then eventually they said, hey, $5.60 is $6.11, $6.60, $7.20. They're saying that this is worth more than before. And what are bears doing? Nothing. Bears have absolutely no power here. I love what I'm seeing. We have greater higher lows, higher highs, some consolidation. If you want to believe, let's move up here. If you want to buy into value, which is a great choice, you're going to have to let this drop 4 or 5%. Closer to 3 to 4, honestly. It drops 3 to 4%. You're right in your convergence spot, which you love to see. If you don't know what convergence is, watch that lesson. So we have a great convergence spot right here. We also have a chance for a breakout. It's consistent higher lows, right? There's a good chance that a shorter term 30-day triangle is forming here, a new trend line, right? You may want to watch this as well because it may only dip down 1 or 2% more here. But again, EVC for a breakout makes a whole lot of sense. What's great about this kind of play too, let's say it drops down like 720 and keeps dropping, it's going to be an easy short / you can buy into the POC here. Whatever you want to do after your own DD. EVC, great play. Let's check the indicators. What's great about my channel, besides me and my great cat, is that I actually don't check indicators. Indicators show you 4 things: trend, momentum, volume, and volatility. That's it. That's what they're going to show you. That's what I use them for. Your technical analysis is the cake. The indicators are going to be the icing. So I've not looked at these. As a beginner, you're going to see what a veteran sees live. So with that being said, let's check this out together. First thing I'm going to notice with EVC, with this blue EMA line, are the run-ups. This is the 10 EMA line. On this time frame, the 10 shows great run-ups. See how it never breaks down? See how it never breaks down? You can buy in over the 10 EMA line consistently and hold the whole entire run-up. Now, you would have lost here a little bit, right? But most of these run-ups are clean, and we're over that. So we do cross beneath the 10, you know not to enter here because you know it's probably going to drop down to what? The 50. It has a lot of great 50 bounces here. The 200, that could be your mega stop loss. But again, if we cross under the 10 tomorrow, what I would be looking for is a bounce at the 50 or just a bit lower. That's a great sign for us. If it continues, ride that bad boy up. That's what she said. RSI 53, it's fair. It's higher than you want it, but it's not the most horrible thing of all time. When it comes to the stochastic, no divergence. It had a small one, right? It had a small one, lower lows, higher lows. No bearish ones. I mean, it seems to be okay as well. I mean, there's some small ones here. Again, you have this, but I wouldn't consider that a massive bearish divergence quite yet. So again, be careful. That looks pretty even. And then bulls and bears are consolidating. EVC looks like it's probably going to have a big move eventually. My key terms here I use very specifically. A big move eventually. I didn't say a big move up. I didn't say a big move down. I said a big move eventually. With that being said, EVC, I'd watch list it into this week for sure. Next is FNKO, FNKO. I called FNKO, I think it was probably, what, November? I called it kind of over here, so it looks pretty good. And then did this, which is pretty cool. And now it's kind of making its own gigantic bull flag over here. Easy triangle, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Again, this is a stretch from a long trend line, but even over here, it's very obvious this is making a triangle, right? I just wanted to make sure it's consistently accurate the whole way. Resistance trend's also very clear. And what's this then? In the words of the British football game right now, what's all this then? Chimney sweep. We can see it's obviously breaking out and possibly retesting. Again, if it comes all the way down, I'm not overimpressed about that. You want to buy into value, 1840, 1830. If you want to break out, you're kind of getting that soon. Go over 1978. That'll be your go signal for sure. Really beautiful triangle. It could even be considered an ascending triangle as well. We're getting a lot more of these with the market itself, right? It looks like it's kind of making its own little triangle here. But again, I think horizontal makes more sense. I want to break out up. If we get that, FNKO could be an absolute rocket emoji. Let's check the indicators. That's so cringe. Ugh. The 200 is what I'm looking at. Breaking it. It's pressuring it. And again, if we hold over the 200 tomorrow, if we see some green, you can certainly go along here. And the 10 EMA run-ups are pretty clean. They do have some choppiness. But again, even the downtrends, easy short, easy run-up, easy short. It seems to respect that pretty well here. So again, if we hold over the 10 tomorrow, you dip a little bit, but hold over this, you can also probably use that as a stop loss as well. It looks pretty okay here. RSI, it's a bit high, which makes sense after this run-up. We're going for a retest. Stochastic is high. Again, we want to retest one of the EMA lines for a breakout, and bulls are on top. FNKO is not going to be a great value purchase tomorrow, but it will be a great one if it does dip back down. FNKO, I would definitely watch for that. If you can see some life tomorrow and it holds over the 200 or the 10, buy into that and go long. If it dips beneath all of them, I would just cut it and then try and buy in lower. But I love what I'm seeing. Definitely watch this FNKO. Next is GCI. This is a great uptrend. You don't have many upward channels that are at value and still holding. In this market, many have broken down, and that's how life goes, right? I break down every single night when I cry myself to sleep. But this is a great channel up here. 3 hits, and it's right there. Again, what's the risk versus reward here? Let's zoom in. Right, worst case Ontario. Again, it breaks down fully 3%, right? You get lower lows. This is very low volume area. See how quick the movements are? Quick, wickety wick, quick. This gap. Anywhere down here, you're going to lose traction very quickly. So you're risking about 3% before you get, into a danger zone. A full move, you're risking 3. A full move is around 25%. It's almost a 10 to 1. What are you doing, right? This is a fantastic looking play. $6. I mean, it's really low leverage. I mean, you have plenty of money you can throw at this. Even to hit the same highs. It's still a 5-to-1 play here. I just love what I see. Let's check the indicators. The 200 is going to be a great support, and again, a great resistance. Now, right now we're holding near it, which means we have great value, right? We get beneath it, value, value, value. Have no problem breaking back above it. The 50 seems to be a little bit more present, as you kind of hit that and don't live. So once you get over the 50, that's your true go signal. But again, it's holding okay here. I like what I see. If we get green tomorrow, I'll love it even more. If it starts to dip, again, I wouldn't buy anywhere below 580. If we lose the structure, I wouldn't buy it. But if we do hold tomorrow, this should be good. RSI, it's low, love it. Stochastic is low, love it. No bullish or bearish divergences. It all checks out pretty well here. Bulls and bears are both tied as well. So GCI, when volume hits this tomorrow and into this week, it's going to determine who's going to win. That's like a John Madden thing. Like John Madden and Larry once said, whoever has more points in the game will probably win this one. Thanks, John. And again, if we have more green volume, it's probably going to go up. But with the vortex, if green crosses back over the red, we should have a great push-up, which may give us over the 50, which gives us precedent for a good support and a nice run-up. I like what I see with GCI. I would watch this. It looks pretty good. Next is MDIA, a large-scale ascending triangle. This is a really nice setup. Again, huge run-up, and now we're getting some volatility. Again, this trend's nice. It's consistent. And again, what am I risking? 9%. Zoom in. That's way too much. I'm not risking 9% for anything, ever. Right? I would definitely wait for some green here. Let's just zoom on down here. Right? I would wait, maybe risk 3%, maybe 4 or 5 at most here, right? That's fine with me. Let's check the way it reverses usually. It's pretty quick, isn't it? It's pretty quick. But you see, you get some nice green here. And this is a great lesson for you guys who are beginners. Look at these retracements on this first pullback. Large. Look at this. This is an all retracement. 3 small green. Okay? 3 big green. Some nice little green. Oh, sorry. 3 big red. Some nice little green. Less intense red. Small pullback. Less intense red. And then we have some more green. With this retracement, look at this. Massive retracement. Some green. A smaller retracement, a nice pull up, less retracement, pull up, smaller retracement. Every single time this thing reverses, it's intense, small one, less intense, small one. So if you would like to study Elliott wave theory, for example, this follows that perfectly. And with the retracements we're looking at here, is it's a big retracement, nice comeback, smaller comeback, one more small one. So again, I would definitely wait a day or two, but MDIA at the support, POC, and trend line is an absolute steal. With the convergence in mind and the way it works with LA wave theory and other kinds of theories, it looks great here. Let's check the indicators. I'm sure the 200 is going to be pivotal. Yeah. The 200, you hit that plenty and you hold above it. As you can see, the 50 is being a resistance. Once we get over that 200, that could be a great go signal. But again, just down here in general, it's a really good deal. I like what I see with that 200. It likes to muddle around it. We're down here, good value. RSI, it's low. I don't see a true divergence. I mean, nothing connects. I see a bearish one, which I would be aware of again. That's a bearish divergence. That's why it's falling off recently. We'll see where the stochastic ends. But again, if it gets down near negative 75, that's a really good deal area. See how it bounces at negative 75 consistently? It gets down here, it'll be a good value. Bulls and bears again are tied. We're waiting for something to happen. With the market, we're waiting for our major indexes to kind of make a decision. Up or down, up or down. It's been going back and forth with this reverse head and shoulders all week. We're going to see where it goes. But I really do like what I see with MDI. I would definitely watch list it. More volatile than many, but it looks like a good play nonetheless. Next is OSG. Super simple support play. Why is it important to zoom out, you may be asking? This is a great support play, but what's this trend line down here? If we zoom out, it is a massive scale up trend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. That's a 10% move. 8 times it's hit here, and now 9 it's holding once again. This is why I zoom out. This is a large-scale ascending triangle. It's looking gorgeous here. It just hit this down here. Again, a full move. A good move here. I'd say even right about here. A good move is 21%. You're risking about 6 at most. I love what I see here. It's just a great long-term play. You may have to hold this 2-3 weeks, maybe even 2-3 months for a massive move. But if it does hold here, if it does bounce and kind of consolidates around here, I mean, even a bad move is 8%. You can still profit off of. I love what I see. Great long-term hold. It's beautiful. Let's check the indicators. This is what's important when it comes to trend lines. The 200 is pointed what? Down. With that being said, let's turn them off. It's pointed down. Is there a downward wedge I can play off of? I'd argue this may be it. So if we do come down and tap that, sure. But overall, it's pointed downward. But again, they're all three what? Basically horizontal, right? All three are fairly horizontal here. So I'm going to go off the support play. When the email lines go sideways, I put support as my number one priority of an indicator. If they're pointed up or down, I use the trend line. Again, support here makes a whole lot of sense as well. RSI low, stochastic low. I don't really see any true divergences. I mean, there's a few small ones, but nothing, write home about or anything crazy. Bulls low, bears high. OSG is everything that you want. Easy support play, easy trend line play. I love what I see. It's going to hopefully break out eventually. It's a gorgeous looking play. Love it. Next is going to be PFSI, another beautiful ascending triangle. This is what the market's giving us. Absolutely gorgeous. And this is where your own DD comes into play. Do you short it back to the trend line, or do you wait for the breakout? I think what you could do here is I would definitely look to probably short to start off with here. I mean, you could probably short to about 265 here. And so we're going to have a great support area. If it holds here and turns around, you may get a great breakout. We'll check the email lines as well. Sure, you also have this newer trend line forming here, may make some kind of channel up eventually. But right here, I would wait to see where it wants to go. If we get over this resistance, I would definitely play the breakout. If it does dip down farther, you can then go long, or again, I think shorting is a great option here based on where the macro markets go. Great pivot play. PFSI looks gorgeous. Let's check the indicators. Off the bat, the 10 run-ups are okay at best. They're okay, right? See how the 10 here, it's a good run-up, not great, not great, not great, pretty good, right? I don't love the 10 run-ups. This one's really good, right? But the 50 is really nice. When it gets near the 50, it bounces off it like this one. Bounces off it perfectly. The 200, perfect. This 50, perfect. So if I were you, if it breaks beneath the 10, that's my first short signal. If it hits the 15 lives, that's my first go long signal. I want to see what it does, right? If it lives at the 50, go long. If it lives at the 10, go long. If it breaks beneath the 10, short it. Beneath the 50, short it. Mouthful. And as we can see, the 200, great support as well. If it does dip down to this area and lives, that could be a great go long signal too. It's overbought, so again, shorting does make sense. I think shorting for just a little bit, 2 or 3 days, makes a whole lot of sense here. Eventually, this is going to break out. Don't go long. That's what I fully believe. I love what I see with PFSI. It's been making this triangle for a long period of time. I love what I see. If it does dip hard into that trend line again, load up. That's beautiful. Next is going to be PLBY. A lot of pumpers be talking about this, but hey, technically sound stocks are technically sound stocks. It is what it is. A great support line here from old action, old resistance, old support, and again, old support, retest, support, resistance. It's a great spot to be at. Again, you're risking 2 or 3%. A good move is 12, 4 to 1, even inside of the triangle itself. With the breakout, you could get a nice play like this. I doubt it will be like that intense. Again, this thing does follow patterns really, really well. Downward, look at it, downward wedge, breakout, came back down. This thing follows patterns really well. We have a great horizontal triangle here. Consolidation at a great support. I love what I see. POC is gravitational. Pull us up to that. Beautiful. With the indicators, your true go long is going to be breaking the 200. That's weeks, if not months away. When you get over the 50, that's going to be your other great medium-term go signal. Over the 50, it's a great support and resistance. If we break that tomorrow or the next few days, we're good to go. And then 10 run-ups are pretty clean. They're not terrible. I mean, they're not horrible. They're pretty good. So once you get over the 10, you can also play that as well. All three are above us, so once we cross over 1, use your own judgment. I do like what I see. RSI, it's low. Stochastic, it's low. Bulls and bears are fighting because, again, we are consolidating. So PLBY hits almost every box you want to see. I wish this consolidation happened at the top of movement, like a bull flag. This is just a horizontal wedge. We are consolidating. I do like what I see, but I definitely want to see some light before throwing the whole kitchen sink at it. Let's see what it does. That's this SEAC. This is a great support play. Again, these have massive potential. If I zoom out real quick, it sits at this spot often, right? It's a new one that's forming. It's had better days. It's had worse days. This is not terrible at all. But like Peter Lynch said, how low can a stock go? 0. I know it's only 98 cents, but this could definitely also go bankrupt as well. Very strong support at 93 cents. We're right there. Okay, I think anywhere in here that's going to consolidate, I would risk 4% myself, even right here. 4% to make a move of what? 13 or 14 for a good move. If it does break out, it's going to be insane. But again, a super easy penny stock that just has very low risk, very high reward. If it does break out, even without a breakout, 10-15% is still pretty nice. Let's check the indicators together. I'm sure the 200 is going to be a real piece of crap. Yep, the 200 is a great resistance. It follows the 50 the most, though. It loves this 50, as we can already see. It bounces off that like religiously. It just bounces off it. Boop, 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 boop. This bounces off it plenty. Once we cross over the 50, true go signal. The 10 works too. But down here, it's a great value. RSI underneath 30. Love it. Stochastic low. Bulls low. Bears high. For a penny stock, SEAC makes the most sense of all the ones I've seen in a while. It's just a super easy support play. What more could you want? It's a great play, right? Thank you for watching the whole episode. I do appreciate that. Check out the Discord. Check out everyone else. I love all the positive vibes we begin. Comment down below. Of course, go Browns. We're going to lose today. Put that on record. We're probably going to lose. 5-0 Cardinals. We're 3-2. Both offensive tackles are out. Nick Chubb is out. Jadavian's not feeling good. Our team is just banged up. We got a Thursday night football game. Might as well rest up for that easier win and go 4-3 instead of trying to, blow our load here and lose. We'll see. Have a good rest of your week, though. We'll see you guys tomorrow.